Quote, I'm going to have our son speak to the judge about you, taken into his chamber so you can't hear or know what's being said about you, end quote. What exactly would you have him say, or could he?
Really, Sarah? I'm not entirely sure this is a serious question, but just in case it is, let's go ahead and look in your sent messages folder 1 second.
I'd wish you'd just man up. Stop being mean to me and not caring. Does it make your day knowing you make me cry and feel worthless to you? Punching bag, alien joke, unwanted friend. That's how you make me feel. Know that, son.
Okay, now let's look forward into the future at the messages you're gonna send.
John chapter 20, verse 24 through 29. Do you believe? See him everywhere. He died for your lies, bad attitude, backbiting, selfish ways. Overcome like he did and like I am. You're supposed to be better from his selfless act. I love you no matter how uncaring and nonchalant you are towards me. Did I tell you Lucas lied about sending me a printout of a rainbow in his report card and a selfie with Yoshi? He said it was easier for him to lie to me. He didn't really care. I humbled myself a few days later and called asking him to really send, and he said he did. It's been over a week. Again, I told him I know he doesn't give a and I hung up.
You know what? You're right, Sarah. I don't think there is anything Lucas could say to the judge that he will not have already readily seen. Thanks for the digital records. You truly are Mother of the Year. Can't let anyone enjoy this song for more than 8 seconds. Who are these psychopaths watching an hours-long video for the primary purpose of hearing 9 to 20 seconds of a song? Hello, X-Derek. Hello, everyone watching, everyone in chat. How are you, X-Derek?
Good, and you?
I'm well, Rabbi, well. Mama Mastiff, too. Welcome. So, this was a little bit last minute. Well, not really last minute in terms of normal planning. Mac McKenzie, hello. I'm going fishing tomorrow in Eastern Washington. Lovely Bridgeport. Thursday through Tuesday. So there won't be a weekend stream. But I didn't want to go 2 full weekends. I did do a stream last weekend, but I ended up privating it because I ended up doxing all kinds of stuff about myself.
Oh, good.
It was an overnight stream. Turned out to be like 6 hours. And there were people that the whole time. It was crazy. Hello, Paige. Hello, Hazel Eyes. So we are going to do the normal thing we've been doing now. We're going to start with, this is episode 1 of, this is the first episode, the Sarah Boone episode, where we're going to go through the part 3 of the jail texts. And immediately following the stream, we will do 2 classic short Casey Lorne calls. For those of you who don't know Lorne Armstrong, I highly recommend that you come over. Hello, Suma. Hello, Seth Michael. Hello, Jessica Love. I assume we've got a lot of new people here from Tanika's channel, and we welcome you all. That was a great time I had with her earlier this week. It was a little spontaneous. I didn't pre-read any of the stuff, which I could have used, and I probably could use some glasses, but next time I'll probably blow it up on my own screen to see it. So, hello, Jessica Love. So we will start with the text here. It's about 40 minutes worth of texts. So I figured this might go like an hour and 20 minutes, and then we will switch over to Lorne. But yeah, I pinned the link to the Lorne call, even though it should redirect you. If you don't get redirected, the pin for the second episode is at the top. And because Lorne Armstrong, for those of you who don't know, and a lot of you probably don't know, Lorne Armstrong is the original Sarah Boone when it comes to insane behavior. What do you think, X-Turk? How do you describe it?
Lorne is one of the original assholes.
Yes. We right before this live, we got a comment on a previous comment I'd made saying why Sarah is the perfect gold mine of comedy. It's because this is, what did I say? She said I wrote it eloquently, which I'm rarely accused of. So something about it wasn't done for comedy. Her behavior is totally ridiculous, something you never do, and it's nonfiction, which makes it comedy, right? So, yes, Lorne is a TCAP predator, and he has been getting catfished for
almost a decade.
Well, more than a decade, not a decade straight, but before he was even on TCAP, he was catfished. So we're gonna listen to 2 Casey calls. One of them, Dex Derek picked. It's his favorite, where Lorne goes to the main airport to pick up Casey. Casey being the decoy from the original TCAP sting. The actress, of course, it isn't the actress. It's played by another catfish, a man using a voice changer. And he goes to the airport at 2 a.m. And is tricked, and he is pissed. And then the one after that we're going to listen to is one of my favorites, where Lorne, despite having connected with Casey, that he's loved for a long time since the sting, when he showed up to meet a minor child, the actress, he gets caught immediately trying to flirt with his previous girlfriend, who is also a man using a robot voice. It's so yes, it does sound so bizarre to non-TCAPists, but just imagine for a second you didn't know who Sarah Boone was and someone tried to explain what she did. You wouldn't believe it unless you saw it. Okay, so let's get going here.
January 25th, 2024, 12:34 p.m. Outgoing to Brian Boone. Subject, confirmation of phone call. To confirm our phone conversation yesterday, Wednesday, January 24th, 2024, when having to call for commissary you have not supplied now for 3 weeks, the following statements were made by you and information given. Quote, because you're a murderer, end quote. When I asked you why you're withholding commissary for another week, after explaining to you my essentials and needs I've had to keep asking you for, after you telling me each time, quote, I should be able to, I can't.
Real quick, sorry to pause so quick. So a lot of these sentences either don't follow with the commentary afterwards, right? So we know that Sarah's picking and choosing how to remember something being said. So she's either changing what Brian originally said, or she's connecting two things that were not connected. So I doubt Brian would respond with just because you're a murderer why he's withholding the money, right? It was probably something along the lines of, you owe me the money. And he's like, no, I don't. And she's like, why not? Because you're in jail, because you're a murderer, right? And I don't have to pay you anymore. So just keep that in mind here.
And next week, end quote. Quote, I've had too many more important expenses for our upcoming vacation, end quote. When I told you I needed stamps to mail all my letters, eh?
Oh, yeah. I have been giving out wrenches. Just people, don't look into anything of it yet. I just started it and I didn't get through everything. So, Cornell, you'll have one. And as long as you're here, I'll just wrench people normally. So, patience.
I keep piling up from you withholding commissary for another week. I cannot prosper or progress in anything from you not giving me funds. I cannot move forward.
And as we know, the letters that she's sending out are not legal, right? Because the jail would send them. Based on what we saw last week with the letters, unless it's different in prison. But I don't, like I said, I don't imagine how that could be legal from a defense standpoint, right?
Right. And well, this was something that we've talked about a couple times, like the significance of the stamps and what she really needs them for. And who she's mailing letters.
She's mailing to her fans. She's probably mailing back to, I got one from Great Britain. I need to mail back. So she needs 8 stamps to mail that, or 5 stamps to mail that one to Great Britain or wherever, or England. So yeah, but it's also in this message, a constant back and forth of, you're not doing anything for me. You're not responding to me. You're ignoring me, and you're being mean to me all at the same time.
Would you hinder me from doing in anything? Your vacation has nothing to do with me. Do you have enough cigarettes and alcohol? Quote, you're annoying. End quote. When I asked you why you tell our son this, and I beg all the time.
See, this sentence doesn't even make sense. Right? Because before it's supposed to be what she's saying and then the response of Brian, right? So is her saying, I asked you why you tell your son this and I beg all the time. There is no this. Unless it's saying, why do you call us annoying? And then he's responding with, you're annoying. It doesn't make any sense. Right?
I agree with you, what you said at the beginning. She's definitely just picking and choosing lines and, of course, twisting them to make it fit whatever narrative she wants. But this narrative doesn't even make sense.
Mm-hmm.
When I asked why I'm, quote, annoying from you not corresponding, answering, purchasing.
I thought he was doing nothing but hate speech. If he's not corresponding, how does she have all these quotes? Can you answer that
question? How is she getting all these quotes?
She's peppering this message with all of the things he's saying, and she's saying, you're not corresponding, answering, or purchasing. Now, she could be being very selective that, yes, he's not responding on the tablet, but he's answering questions on the phone.
Yeah, apparently so.
She is so full of hate. Hello, Emma Roth. Hi, from Sweden. GSD's dog mom. I think that's right.
Keep telling me, quote, you're going to order, end quote, quote, it's coming, end quote, quote, I will, end quote, and having me call you every day. Call every other day from no answer ever.
No answer ever. You're saying you're calling him every day.
And he clearly answered because you're using his words.
You're giving all his responses. She's so stupid. Sorry. Don't mean to call the lady stupid. She is stupid. Yeah, okay.
I am, quote, annoying because you make me. Just do and I would not be.
You're giving away the plot here, Sarah. You are right. You're projecting that this is a ransom demand. I'm going to turn the screws even tighter until you do what I want you to do. She clearly thinks this is all good documentation for the judge, and we also see that with how she views her son's texts.
Quote, when I feel like it, laughing, end quote. You telling me you will order anything, quote, eventually, so I keep waiting thinking you're going to still.
And that's on you. Why, at this point, do you still think anything is coming, Sarah? You have to, there's no way she can believe it's coming. Right? All these messages, it's always the same thing.
Yeah, every single message has the same theme to it.
Right.
Call back tomorrow, quote, I don't want to talk to you, end quote. When I asked you why you keep telling me to call, end quote, a couple days, end quote. Why?
Okay, why would he call back tomorrow if he doesn't want to talk to you? Why would he say call back tomorrow? Right? I'm sure the line, no, this is one I'm sure of, like, whatever. Call later. Don't talk. I'm not talking to you anymore. You can call tomorrow, like a flipping comment, not a literal, please call me tomorrow. Make sure you call me, Sarah, because I would hate to, not be tortured for one day.
You won't respond to any of my messages on the tablet 60 plus. As I explained, I do not want to speak to you either. And is why I keep sending messages to not have to from your emotional stress and cruelty every time. Why do you keep telling me you're going to respond? But I'm going to have our son speak to the judge about you, taken into his chamber so you can't hear or know what's being said about you, end quote. What exactly would you have him say, or could he?
Really, Sarah? I'm not entirely sure this is a serious question, but just in case it is, Let's go ahead and look in your sent messages folder 1 second.
I'd wish you'd just
Turn 'em up.
man up. Stop being mean to me and not caring. Does it make your day knowing you make me cry?
Or Xterra, can you get a little closer to your microphone?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
You don't hear me?
I
All
can
right?
feel
No, I hear you.
worthless
I
to
just saw the
you.
comment that you
Punching
put.
Oh,
bag,
okay.
feeling joke. Feel
I stepped all over it.
could he?
Really, Sarah? I'm not entirely sure this is a serious question, but just in case it is, let's go ahead and look in your sent messages folder 1 second.
I'd wish you'd just man up. Stop being mean to me and not caring. Does it make your day knowing you make me cry and feel worthless to you? Punching bag, feeling joke, unwanted friend. That's how you make me feel. Know that, son.
Okay, now let's look forward into the future at the messages you're gonna send.
John chapter 20, verse 24 through 29. Do you believe? See him everywhere. He died for your lies, bad attitude, backbiting, selfish ways. Overcome like he did and like I am. You're supposed to be better from his selfless act. I love you no matter how uncaring and nonchalant you are towards me. Did I tell you Lucas lied about sending me a printout of a rainbow in his report card and a selfie with Yoshi? He said it was easier for him to lie to me. He didn't really care. I humbled myself a few days later and called asking him to really send, and he said he did. It's been over a week. Again, I told him I know he doesn't give a and I hung up.
You know what? You're right, Sarah. I don't think there is anything Lucas could say to the judge that he will not have already readily seen. Thanks for the digital records. You truly are Mother of the Year.
Our son has told me.
So those are the messages I kept alluding to you, Dexter, in the future, right?
Right.
Telling him to F off and then comparing yourself to Jesus on Easter.
Well, she is like Jesus.
I mean, which one do you think is worse? We got three basic messages there, right? The one from 3 weeks ago, tell him to man up.
Man up.
The one comparing yourself to Jesus and saying Jesus died for all your hateful actions.
And also, she's been martyred for his hateful actions.
Yes,
That she makes it sound like.
And the third one, F off because she didn't get a Mother's Day card because he said it was easier to lie than to send it. Which one do you think is going to go over the worst with the judge? Which one's going to taste like warm milk?
So there's two ways of thinking about it. The judge, probably the F off. But I think the one that hurts me the most when I hear it is the man up. I don't know why. Every time I hear that, I'm just like, oh my God, how could she say that? To her teenage son.
I mean, they're all uniquely bad in their own ways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
The man up is uniquely abusive towards a young teenager son.
Who's gone through traumatic shit in his life.
Right. The Easter one is just totally no self-awareness, right? And it made me think more that she's always quoting the Bible and between her and her besties, and it's like I think she thinks because one of her besties got out and the other one is only did like a year or two. Oh Jesus, it's my turn, Jesus. like it's gonna happen. Like she could fool God. With her text messages.
Well, she is smarter than God. That's true.
It is true. And then this third one, dropping the F. I don't even know that. I mean, she outs herself by saying that she hung up on him and told him to F. You could have just said F off and that would be bad enough, but you swore at him, then hung up. Which is very childish, right? And extremely abusive to do to a child.
Yes.
Like,
They're
you cannot
abusive.
regulate your emotions at all, Sarah. You can't get over the fact that your son didn't want to make you a card, right? You should be begging for any communication. And the fact that you swear at him and hang up, and that she put that in a message to somebody else. So it wasn't like it was just she was emotional at the moment, right? She's recalling what she did typing it all out because she thinks these are all signs of abuse. She thinks her son is actually abusing her, and it makes her look abused, right?
We have to remember what a horrible human being she is. Just what an absolute monster in every way, shape, and form.
We do. I mean, what's he doing? Taking care of her kid? That jackass. And he's going on vacation with them?
Oh, that's just disgusting.
And did you see the thing about the cigarettes and the rum? Oh my God.
He sees how quote mean you are.
That was really loud. Was that really loud for you?
That was loud for me.
Okay, I don't know what's happening. That's the loudest I've ever heard it.
Me. Call me names in front of him, doesn't buy food, and hangs up on. Also tells me about your supply of cigarettes. Often run into the store for, and quote, drinks you have readily available. How then are you going to use?
Why would Lucas isn't offering this information? This is information being extracted from Lucas, right? No, sorry, I didn't mean to say his name. I usually bleep myself out.
Yeah, her son.
Her son.
But
well, I'm going to call him Brian's son, no longer her son, unless I'm using it sarcastically.
You think it really boils her ass the fact that he could get drinks that he wants, yet she can't even get her delectable delight coffee or whatever the hell it is?
Well, yeah, I
don't know. That just makes me happy.
It all bothers her, but the way she's describing it, like her son's out there, like hiding in the back. Yeah, he's going in for drinks now and cigarettes. I see him, man. Okay, let me write it down. Hold on. And then what is he doing? And then we're going out to eat. We're getting DoorDash. Come on. Oh, I forgot I have a different voice for him. Now that's Mom. The one that's really towards Sarah. Mom, so lame. I don't care if Dad gets cigarettes.
Is our son against me?
He knows really
and admits he treats me the way he sees you do. And you honestly would put him in a position of having to lie and pit against me even more than you already have and do? Do you realize what you do to him? You. Remember also, I said in the divorce class you took that you understood and signed, you're doing everything exactly what you're not supposed to be with how you force him to be to me. Quote, because I have.
I have no idea why it is so loud. It's like the computer suddenly decided to make things louder after being quiet for 7 months. When she was a kid, polynomial purebred, $5. When she was a kid, people probably said to her, Jesus Christ, what the hell are you doing now? And she took it to mean she was Christ-like. Oh, you know what? That is outstanding insight, and that is meowsing. Chloe really liked that one. Polynomial always with the jokes.
Mm-hmm. End quote. Our son's still waiting on Christmas presents from me. You decided not to order when you did yours, trying to make me seem like I don't care. I've been trying since December 6th when you told me to get my list together to give you so you could. Why didn't you order then and when you supposedly had the funds to buy? Quote, because I can, end quote. When I asked you why you lying about everything to me all the time for years. Quote, you figure it out, end quote. When I asked you where's my car, you will not give me Jim's phone number so I can, and after years you telling me, quote, not to worry, when I get to Gainesville, it'll be taken care of, end quote.
What is true? When you get to Gainesville. Oh, she means what he was saying when he gets to Gainesville.
When he gets to Gainesville, yeah.
Because I'm saying, you know, if he had said, don't worry, when you get to Gainesville, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, Sarah. No worries.
Please give me his phone number.
And I think I said on the show last week, right? Jim's like the neighbor.
The neighbor, yeah.
Like the car's still there.
I've explained the importance of my car, and you should already know and understand. Especially and most important with me trying to get to see me, my son, you took 150 miles away.
And I read all of her typos in this one. See me, my son. Because I'm done with it.
Why would you keep me thinking my car was okay and would be?
So this really also bothered me because she's going to go into basically how everything is Brian's fault, that she did nothing with it. Just the way she frames this. It's really, I think she's just trying to cover all her bases for her imaginary civil trial or civil court case for civil claims, right? Because this won't be handled in the family trial, the car and the storage locker.
Won't. Oh,
I doubt it. No, it's going to be claims, small claims court.
Yeah.
But she's just setting up her defense here. But just look at all the things she lists and tell me how many of these Brian blocked.
Why did you not allow me to put on a paid lot I kept asking you to do for years prior?
Why did you not allow me to put on a paid lot I kept asking you to do? Those two, that is totally insane.
That makes my head hurt.
And I forgot to read the two nots, I think. Or did I? Why did you not allow me? Which means allow me. Why did you allow me to put... right, so, you wouldn't allow me because you didn't do it. Like, unless she's saying, let me move it to a paid lot, and he kept saying no. Well, you could still have somebody do it.
Why didn't you let me have someone else do the insurance part and move to a lot I had set up to put on?
Why didn't you let me have someone else do the insurance part? What the hell? What prevented, if she had this other person, how is blind? I doubt Brian. You really think if somebody came and knocked on Brian's door, hey, I was going to take care of that car out there, but I need some info for the insurance and stuff. He's going to be like,
Brian,
get the hell out of here.
Brian doesn't give a shit what happens to that Kia.
No, but I mean, if somebody came and was like, hey, I'm going to take care of the car. I just need to know, like, do you have the key, right? Do you have the key, spare key, set of keys or something, right? Or the latest registration. I doubt Brian is going to come out with a shotgun and tell him to get off his property. Get the hell out of here. He would easily let anyone who wants to come and get that car take it. Probably anyone. Like somebody just come, hey, can I have that car? There you go. Right? It's, yeah.
Please give me Jen's phone number. Quote, because I can't.
Hello,
End
Tevi.
quote. When I asked why you won't put credits on the tablet so I can communicate with my son. Send
so we're
messages to
switching?
you.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we're back to the quotes.
Yep.
And print any of my documents I need to mail, which I can't because I have no stamps from you not providing funds for me to purchase. Is it because I'm trying to send all of my documents to the judge about you that you are not allowing me? But alimony is for housing, medical, bills, food, important real things. End quote.
Yeah, I didn't want to pay for the lot. So therefore that's preventing her from doing it. By not enabling Sarah, he prevented her from doing it.
I would love to know what condition that car is in.
Well, I think it's scrapped
It's got to
now,
be
right?
bashed in.
But if it hasn't been dry for, I mean, I don't know what it's like around where you live, but out here we get a lot of rain in the Pacific Northwest. Right?
Yeah,
you see cars all the time. If you drive, and especially in more rural areas where cars will be parked, like behind a house or something, you can see if it hasn't been driven in, I think even, I want to say 2 years, it's gonna be green, like my car when I just didn't drive it during the pandemic the first year, right? It started getting all kinds of, like, the green started spreading out on it. Like it was just in the driveway. Had to get it. Fun story. I had to get it towed twice to Mazda because it wouldn't start. and there's all those kind of problems with it. But this is during the pandemic, so the neighbors thought the car was getting repossessed over and over. Like, no, I own it. It's a fully paid off, non-working car.
It's for anything I need now and futuristically. Housing, charged every day to, quote, live here. Medication, charged every month for including 2 surgeries I've had since here.
Live here. She does live here, though. It is literal, right? What is she saying? She's not really living? Like she's dead?
I see it.
I know
more
what she
as
means,
like a
but
home.
Yeah, whatever. Her 2 surgeries. I forget who made the comment that I read. The cancer scare, right? I think it was maybe Green Man. If it's somebody else, sorry, I'll try and look up the account to give you proper credit. But basically, it was like a uterine polyp or something, right? Like, so she had stomach pain, and it turned out like the most minor thing, the most usual or common thing is like the guy or whoever made the comment made the comparison of like if your jaw aches, right? It's not jaw cancer. It's probably just a cavity, right?
Yeah.
And that's also why she didn't bring it up ever because, she could get held in contempt with that because the prosecutor couldn't bring it up. But I don't know what the second surgery was. That was probably the skin tag or the mole that got removed.
Oh, was that another cancer?
I don't know.
Yeah. She called it a cancer.
My original cancer, I thought, right? That my original cancer suspicion, but
right.
And
that was your thought was skin cancer.
Yeah. The other thing I went back and I noticed when she's asking for the snacks, Owens goes up there and says there is not, she doesn't have any documentation of any blood sugar ailments. He puts it on the record. She doesn't have any blood sugar problems. I don't know why I didn't catch that before. But he says straight out that she has no medically diagnosed reason for these, even though she says she needs her blood sugar to be up.
Food to maintain my blood sugar and another medical expense. I have nothing ongoing 4 weeks now from you withholding.
Honey buns are a medical expense. Delicious delights are a medical expense.
Oh, delicious delights are absolutely necessary for life.
Get her to delicious delights, stat. She's crashing.
You will not allow me to even purchase myself through an outside volunteer. You control me having nothing and take extra effort in continuing to do so. I have expenses and needs which alimony is for, no matter where I am. Quote, you could have a video visit anytime, end quote. If you don't, quote, forget, like you did so many times when I tried last year, you've been telling me for Christmas that I had to wait until everything was received, which it is still not because of you.
Does Brian sound like the kind of guy that gives a shit about waiting for everything to be received?
But what about the fish in a bag soap?
I don't want to give a spoiler here, but eventually these gifts all do come, other than the bag and the soap fish. And that is the one she is most pissed off about. So, of course, none of this matters that he gave her, right? Because the real one thing he didn't get her, or he didn't order, the fish in the bag, the fish in the soap bag.
I'm going to have to buy this fish in a bag soap. I'm going to have to bag it and just keep it on my mantle.
Yeah. Maybe the Amazon orders go through the roof. It's just like, I got to see what this is. But no, she's the one that's very clearly saying, wait to open it so I can see it on the video visit.
Yep.
He doesn't care about waiting.
When do I get to see my son? When can he open his Christmas presents? You won't even give me delivery time, so I have an idea. Quote, later, end quote. When asking when I can receive any of my Christmas gifts, you told me to send to you the same time I sent Son's, in which I will purchase for myself and through someone else.
Sarah, give up on your own Christmas gifts at this point.
Yeah. Just let it go.
He has showed you he's not doing anything And I have another theory of what Brian did. We'll get to that in the second part here.
You will not allow either way,
Which I
and
think
I
is
still have
genius.
nothing, anything I need or want. Books, food, stamps, socks,
According to the chat, and people have said, I don't think that it's ever happened. Or it hasn't happened through these chat messages.
etc. You keep making me ask for updates like it's coming, and you've told me
Mandarin, she hasn't told him yet. That's coming up in May after Mother's Day. This is still end of January.
so many times in the past years. It is nothing. Why do you do that? I can do everything without you except supplying funds, which is your responsibility of
So you
alimony.
can't do anything because you have no money.
Yeah. And we also know that's a lie because she can't do stuff that doesn't cost any money. Right? She's like, I can't get a copy of my marital disillusion. I can't mail these letters, which she doesn't need to, right? I can't get a copy of this form. That doesn't cost money. There'd be barricades to doing it, but it doesn't cost money. This woman's head is in outer space. I can't do anything except you don't give me the money to do it. It's like your kid saying, I'd be my own place if you would just give me the money for it.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
If you just
I could
raise
totally live my own life if you just gave me the money.
if you just raise my allowance to $1,000 a month, I could buy my own car. And I don't need you.
I do not have to speak to you or waste money on messages. I do.
Oh my God, Sarah. You have wasted more money on messages than I think the entire rest of the prison population. You are the depth. When they look at like I imagine there's some training manual for guards, the people that monitor this stuff, like behavior of people who are abusing messages. They just show all of her examples in there. See exhibit 1, where she sends the same message to 2 recipients on 2 different accounts for some reason.
Do not have to be ridiculed and abused or laughed at or called names.
I thought he doesn't talk to you. Right? Again.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's what she said.
I tried everything with you and provided innumerable, simplified solutions. You make everything difficult, more confusing, quote, annoying. You. Going forward, when I have to call again from no responses, please do not call me names and lie. Please provide funds for all of the aforementioned you keep telling me you will, and I need. No money is spent frivolously except for all the messages you won't respond to, and I keep having to send from no updates or completion of anything, including for our son.
Sarah, the penny pincher now, right? She's watching everything. None of this is going to waste, Brian. None of this, except for all the messages I send.
It is such a struggle for me to ever remember why I married you and stayed married for 13 years.
He divorced you. So I wouldn't exactly say you stayed married, right? She presents it like it's her decision, right? Which really annoys. I think that annoys me as well. By the way, I did get a comment, Eric. Somebody else agreed with their annoyance with her donating the dilapidated piece of junk suitcase. So it's 2 versus 1 now. He's still looking. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
No.
Way back in like the first episode we did, I said I was really pissed that she kept saying what a piece of junk this suitcase was, right? The zipper doesn't work, everything's torn, it's a piece of shit.
Yes.
And we were going to donate it. We had it downstairs.
Now I
donation.
remember. Yes.
And I was like, you arrogant.
Remember, this was you during also lazy.
Yeah, we know she wasn't donating it, but like just the way she kept describing it as a piece of crap, just say it's a regular suitcase. You don't have to make it a piece of shit. But in her mind, why would you donate anything that was of any value, right?
That's
I
true.
just get rid of my trash. I let the trash people have it, and not the garbage men.
dirty, and
That's what she said.
lying all the time. Remember shaking the pill bottle? When I found all the foreclosure letters in the mail, you need telling me the mortgage was paid?
What does
Remember
this have to do with anything?
She's building her case. Brick
It has
by
nothing
brick.
to do with anything.
Brick by brick. So this is evidence, Eric. This is what it is. This is called.
He's laying a strong foundation.
This is making the argument, right? She says you were lazy, dirty, and lying all the time, right? Objection, Your Honor. No evidence on the record. And so now she's going to lay it down. She's like, shaking the pill bottle. I don't know what that is. Shaking the pill bottle.
What does that mean?
I don't know what, because when you shake a pill bottle, does anyone know why you would shake a pill bottle? The only reason I've ever shaken a pill bottle is to make sure it wasn't
Pills
empty.
in there.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I shake a pill bottle.
Right. And it's usually like in the dark or something, right? Is he shaking his own pill bottle to make sure he's not out of pills?
Or is he saying like you need to take medicine?
Yeah,
Shake, shake,
hey,
shake.
crazy. You're due for your dose.
Yeah, seriously.
Does anyone know is there a pill history? Like you said, I only got into like the logical stuff of the crime, really. So I don't know all the ins and outs of the backstory. But was either of them a pill popper? I know she got committed, so she needed probably some antipsychotics, but she stopped. Why you would connect it in the sentence of the foreclosure letters? Because this is the real evidence, Your Honor. Look, he, this is the first person in history to hide a possible foreclosure from your spouse. First ever. Everyone else, when they get in trouble with a mortgage, right away they say, family meeting. I hate to worry you guys, but we're behind. We're going to lose the house. Probably take a couple months. So kids, don't worry. We're not getting kicked out yet. Honey, I understand you're fine. I wanted to tell you right away. I might find a solution, but I wanted to make sure that you were worried. What does she think this is? Telling you the mortgage was paid? Who gives a shit? Like Sarah would step in and do anything about it. She wasn't going to get a job.
Yeah, no.
I could have gone back to teaching, Brian. No, and you definitely want to cut back on your drinking.
And I'm reading ahead. These are going to
get
I know.
This
better.
next one is pretty funny.
This is pretty good.
When me you brushed your teeth and went and ran your toothbrush under the water to make me think you did?
Now, this is a true scenario for like 7-year-olds, right?
Right.
Or the other classic is running the sink to make him think you wash your hands, right? I'm surprised you didn't throw that in here. But
why would Brian do that?
Yeah, I don't know why a grown man would do it, because Brian does not seem like the type of person that wouldn't just say, I didn't brush my teeth. Right?
Who gives a crap? You know how often I make sure my wife brushes her teeth? Never once in the history of my marriage have I ever asked, did you brush your teeth?
Well, I mean, it might be a little unconventional, but every morning I walk in and make sure I touch my wife's bristles and like,
just make sure it's wet.
It's wet. Okay, she brushed her teeth. Good.
She brushed the teeth. It's safe.
Yep. And then it's electronic toothbrush, so I plug it in to download it to make sure that it ran the full timer. I'm like, okay, yep, no interruptions. And the gyroscope was moving the whole time, so it wasn't just sitting there buzzing. You tied it to the cat to make me think it was moving around. Why don't you just brush your teeth? I think
she's a lunatic. She's a lunatic.
I mean, and let's say this was true.
Line is great too.
Let's say this was true. Why the it matter in court? Just like all the stuff she made up about George. Even if it was true, you still murdered him.
Remember all the porn I found on your phone when I kept wondering why you would spend so much time in the bathroom? So many, quote, bad memories and...
Now, I cannot blame Brian for that one. That one sounds probably like it's true.
Quote, just like you said. Ask yourself why we...
Was he in there running the faucet at the same time? Putting the bristles.
Really divorced. I will call this weekend, I'm sure, and must in order to try...
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm not trying to ignore Chad. I'm having trouble. I'm not used to this many people in here. Like 70. We better put on slow mode. I can't keep up with it all.
And figure everything out you keep telling me to do. I keep trying. Think of how often we would go over any of this, the millions of times you keep having me do. If you would just do so simply, you keep telling me you will or are.
What in God's name did that even mean?
I don't know. You got to break it down with the thing. Okay, so start with ask yourself why we're really divorced. Well, I think it's well known by now that she was partying, a raging alcoholic, and somebody that was not interested in being married, right?
Yep.
So okay, check. We know that one. Plus, also ask yourself. It's ironic to put this in a sentence after you've been bombarding this man with text messages for weeks from jail, where you're just a nonstop torture storm, right? Of just barrage of. Ask yourself why we really divorced. Like, if he didn't have a reason before, he sure has one now, right? Yep. If he wanted to get back together, like, oh, my precious Sarah, that ended. It's over. I will call this weekend, I'm sure, and must in order to try and figure everything out you keep telling me to do. What does that sentence mean?
I don't know. I have a degree in English. I speak 2 or 3 languages. I can't understand that. I will call this weekend, I'm sure, and must in order to try and figure everything out you keep telling me to do.
So is he telling you to do stuff and you don't know how? But I thought you know how to do everything, right? And you already put below that you are giving, or above that you're giving simplified solutions to everything that needs to be done. And she's saying, how are we going over this millions of times and saying that he has to do something, right? If you would just do so simply, but above it's you keep telling me to do. I don't know. It's possible that she's just a malfunctioning android at this point.
Yeah, I think that's really the case.
Think about that too.
Like it broke the whatever iRobot, like the 3 rules or something.
The Asimov's rules, yeah.
As soon as it
the robot killed somebody, human. Yeah.
Now it's free.
It's broke the 4 rules of robotics. It must always do what a human says. It cannot do anything to harm itself. It cannot harm a human.
And this is the manifestation of its malfunction. After having zipped somebody's suitcase.
Actually, that was part of Asimov's plot, I think, in Foundation.
Yeah.
And that's the point of iRobot.
But I think a robot wouldn't be.
She's iRobot.
She's iRoboting, yes. All of her messages are the little clones being controlled by the central brain. Oh, Sarah.
Please make sure I talk to my son this evening. Also, I keep asking for your help on. It's been weeks. So simple. I call every night. I tell him to via tablet so he knows I'm trying and love him, which he can't read because you won't add credits so he can.
So why do you keep writing?
All again tonight. See you soon.
Again,
January
sounds like a
25th,
threat.
2024, 7:48 p.m. Outgoing.
There, that didn't hurt as much, right?
No, it didn't actually. It was better.
Okay. Tanika's 2 cents with a $20 super chat. Here for the voice, wig, and belly laughs. Hard eyes. Well, I hope I give you the belly laughs, because I certainly had some myself on your stream. And like I said to the people who are here now, or people that were here earlier, now after this shortish Sarah Boone content, we will be going directly into a Lorne Armstrong stream, which I highly recommend. Everyone who loves Sarah Boone, you will love Lorne.
You will. Yeah.
You can't. These two were made in hell for each other.
They were. They would be a perfect couple.
Subject.
Oh yeah, can you imagine?
They would be a perfect couple.
She's just texting him nonstop, and he's like, "I love you."
He would love that.
Thinking about being in your
Yeah.
Sending cock pictures all day. Well,
I don't know if Sarah would like that. But
Sarah
yeah.
might not like that.
No.
I don't know. Now that Tanika's here and Suma, well, I don't have it ready, so we'll keep going here. I don't have as much commentary for the rest of it, so this should keep going pretty flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Test. Love you. January 27th, 2020.
I showed you the meanest comment I ever got, right? I showed you that before, right? I think I sent it to you one time.
You probably did. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Okay, so I'm going to pull it up here in a second. It was a comment I got on my very first live. It was earlier in the day that we went live that night, right? On a 4-minute stream about Sydney Meacham. And I just want to bring it up in context when I get it here, because the vitriol from this person is what I have in the back of my mind whenever I make appearances with like Tanika and Suma. I'm like, I really hope I don't upset their viewers. Like, I upset this person just by being here.
24, 11:14 a.m. Outgoing to Brian Doon. Subject. See my message. January 23, 2024, 12:18 p.m. Please add credits to the tablet so I can continue.
Now, I don't know if you caught this. She's saying, reference my message from the 23rd. The message we just saw is from like 3 days after that. So she's not even referencing the entire thing she just wrote.
My work. I'm at a complete halt in everything because you will not for ongoing 4 weeks now. See message from January 23, 2024, 12:18 p.m. Update.
Oh my God, the
This will be the 4th week you do not supply needed funds, so I can live in jail temporarily. I will be in the negative $67.50 by Wednesday, January 31st, 2024, which is the next commissary day from you not supplying the needed funds weeks prior for me to progress and live in jail temporarily. Please see my message January 23, 2024, 12:18 p.m. for all the still unanswered questions I keep having to ask you from no response and your lack of supply of needed funds to move forward in everything. I know that made you smile. Please see my message Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024, 12:18 p.m. Please respond to all questions still pending, especially regarding my son. January 27th, 2024, 3:02 p.m. Outgoing to Boone. Subject, I love you. Heart, heart, heart. I hope you're enjoying your day, my lovely darling. I'm thinking about your sweet face and how much I love you, love you, love you. I'll keep trying to call. Miss talking to you and knowing how your life is going. Please don't ever think I am not a part of it. I am. No matter what or where. I'm never going to give up being in it and for you, no matter what or where. I love you from everlasting to everlasting. Always know that.
I think this would be enough to get a restraining order in the state of California. Just this message alone. I am never going to stop. No matter where, what or where.
From
I
everlasting
am
to
not.
everlasting.
I will love you everlasting to everlasting.
Oh,
Talk to you
Jessica.
Know
later.
that.
Heart,
Jessica
heart,
Love,
heart.
great point. She threatens her
January
son with
28th,
love.
2024, 2:43 p.m.
I will love
Outgoing
you.
to Boone. Subject: Sunny Day Sunday Scripture. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou. Make sure.
Is Maya Angelou in the Bible?
No.
So this wouldn't be a Sunny Sunday.
No, it's
Sure.
not. No.
Others remember how good you made them.
But it is kind of interesting. First time I read this, I've learned that people forget what you said. She says all the horrible things. Forget what you did, murder. People will never forget how you made them feel, which to all of us is awful, right? But she's using that as a weapon against her son. I'm never going to forget how you make me feel.
How about the way George feels?
Well,
How he felt.
he's dead. He doesn't feel anything now.
Well, how he felt when he was in that suitcase. Regular Addison boy.
Really? I decided I'm going to get that on audio. I'm not going to play the video of it. Not that I played the video of it right all the time, but just that audio. Regular Addison.
Regular Addison.
I get.
Feel with all the softness, understanding, love, and positivity you can give to everyone, including me. I want to remember
Oh my
good
God.
things from you, which there is an overabundance of.
Sarah, you never have to say including you because your only message is ever about yourself, right? By the way, I'm one of them. Did you know, Lucas, that I like to be praised? And I said it again. Did you know I like praise and I like attention?
Of now and future. Make a difference. Be the difference. Take the extra minute or extra effort to remember that I remember too how you make me feel, your mom, along with everyone you come in contact with.
Bad.
Remember, I love you.
Well, I'm sure forgot that she was her mother, his mother, right? And he was like, oh yeah, that's right. You are my mom. I forgot. I'm not reminded of it daily at school, getting thrown into trash cans, dumped upside down, because you're putting my musical theater business out there. And she's just a horrible person. Like,
What
just
a
when you
nasty
think she
thing
can't
to
get
say.
any worse, she gets worse. Just like Lorne.
But this is a sneaky bad, in my opinion. Like,
Well,
you could
it's not
feel
really
it.
sneaky.
It's not very sneaky, but purely reading it just at face value, it doesn't feel as nasty as it does.
Yeah.
Thank you for your goodness.
Okay, here I got it here. All right, so just for full context, I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine because I do things the way I want. I mean, I know almost everyone hates X Dexter, but X Derek.
Again with the X.
No, I'm terrible with names too. Once it's gonna be, I gotta practice all weekend to get that out of my head. Everyone hates X Derek, but I still want him as my X Derek. I still want him as my main man, my co-host. Right? I'm like, screw all you. I don't care. I want him here. He's a book reader. So what? We can still embrace him. Right? That's nobody's perfect, as Lorne says. But this was the first live I did. Now, I will admit the cat did step on the button in the middle of the live, and so I had to break it into two parts. But it was 4 minutes this guy left this message on here, and I will do a very accurate dramatic reading of it. Ready? I got to get some music a second. Here we go. Let's just do... I'm going to tell myself down.
Oh, I can't hear you, dude.
You can't hear me?
No, there, I hear you now.
What about now?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Take two. Nice 20-second video, lol. All I see and hear throughout the video is you running your washer. Holy shit, man. Shut the up already. Your commentary is stupid. We don't need your stupid comments stopping the video from playing. You're not that important as to think that we need to hear your bullshit rather than to see what the is going on. Maybe shut the a bit more and save the dumb commentary till the end. Moron. I'll make sure not to watch any of your again.
This was your first live?
28th,
Yeah.
2020.
If anyone
You
can
still
see
have
it,
the
it's
voice.
still up. It's on my lives. It's Sydney Beach in part 1.
That's fantastic.
I could not understand it at all because it was a very well-known body camera thing, and I was giving my commentary because I was giving his criminal background and his sentence that had come out, right? And it did.
Oh yes. I remember that.
That was the one. That's the video. That's
the one.
He was like, "Yeah, I did not want me talking."
That was a good video.
No, apparently it was bullshit.
Oh, I got to look back at the comments.
So, I mean, that was the worst. That was obviously extreme, right? But you have to remember. I mean, I'm counting our Lorne readings. That was like scripted stuff that we were being given to read, right?
Yeah.
And making commentary on it. But like, this was my first solo video. Mere hours before we went live with the first Sarah Boone video that night. He didn't leave the comment for like 2 days. If he had left it that afternoon, I probably would have questioned going live that night. I'm like, why is he so pissed?
But people really do get angry with commentary videos. And I don't understand. Like, you can watch non-commentary stuff.
Yeah, all you had to do is type in Sydney Meacham dashcam, and there's like 100 videos of just the video. Nobody had done a commentary that I had seen. That's why I was like, oh, I'd like to fill in the criminal background here because I think this is ridiculous. This guy's 100% going to go do this again, especially since, just like our boy Lorne, he has SA history against minors 4 times. We love you both. And the Sriracha?
Saracter.
Oh, Saracter. Okay. Oops. Thank
That
you.
was loud again.
Well, deal with it.
I'm gonna have to leave another. I'm gonna have to leave another comment on your video.
It was you. Oh my God. You set yourself up. You saw I went live and you're like, I'm going live with them later. I'm gonna make them put them real far down. Or no. Actually, you left it a couple days later. You're like, this one got a lot more views than ours. I'm gonna put it into this.
Yeah.
Before
Get that extra
2:52 p.m.
Look, I said it without even thinking. I'm not gonna mess it up anymore. I do have a problem with names though. So I'll try not to get to stick.
Going to Brian Boone. Subject: tell son to plug in phone and have with. Goes directly to voicemail, and I've been trying to call all weekend, day and night. Going to call tonight. Waiting still also for a response to any of my now 60 messages. Please respond. January 28th, 2024, 3 p.m. Outgoing to Philip Paulson. Subject: hi, what's happening? What's going on? Hope you're having a nice weekend and have lots to look forward to this week. Found any updates about this spectacular book? I haven't heard from you, so I don't know unless I ask. Going on a whole month with nothing from Brian except lies and bitterness and a hard time. Nothing. Can't do it much longer. Do you know how to transfer your
Does that mean you're going to off yourself, Sarah? Please, 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 please.
credits you said you purchased? They're still not showing up. Smile. Smiley face. I am because of you.
I mean, that was a pretty transparent message. The only purpose of this message is to find out where the money is.
Yeah,
right?
where's the money? Where's the book?
Oh, and go ahead. What were you saying?
No, that was it.
I do have the videos. The videos are fixed on this one versus the last one we did, right? I couldn't get them working right. So I got all of Philip's videos correct here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Notice the background. They all have a theme.
Forever. Love you. January 28th, 2004. 6:10 p.m. Incoming from Philip Paulson. Subject regarding, hi, what's happening?
Hey there, the book is paperback, and I will be mailing it off this week. Again, I will let you know when I mailed it. I have to keep those credits just so I can read your messages, or else I cannot. If I get paid this week, I will try and help you, as you do not know when I'm going to get paid because they are being dicks about the medical benefits. You notice the background, right?
I
Hanging
do.
out with a bunch of Marines. Got that the old stars and stripes flying above it. Because he's always doing something military. Is the video jerky for people watching it? I don't know why it's jerky on mine.
It's a little bit.
I wonder if I should bring it down. I am doing my best for you out here, so you need to be patient, and I know it is hard in there with nothing but time. I'm waiting on them to schedule me for a follow-up so I can get surgery, but they are again dragging ass, so I'm in a holding pattern. If they refuse to do surgery, then I will be going back to Iraq or Africa, whichever pays more. I hope all is well besides everything else. I love you and things will get better. Always believe that. Let me know if you need anything in the meantime. Love you. He didn't say know that. He said believe that. So it could be a lie.
That's sweet, though. He's took
Yeah,
the
I don't
time.
understand why he's messaging her again after the messages she sent last week. This dude's got health problems. Like,
Yeah, he's health problems. He's in the military. He's going to be deployed somewhere.
we saw that he's going to be deployed just to get the back surgery or whatever he needs.
Yeah.
Like, geez, he's going full Merc, but Sarah only cares about, I need my $50. Transfer the $50 over for me.
How else is she going to get the delicious delights?
And of course, after all he has just said, what do you think she's going to respond with?
Well, I already read it, but yeah.
And this is where stuff starts getting cut off, I think. So I'm going to try and fill in what she's saying over here just based on her general messages from before.
January.
And if for anyone who's wondering, this is really what's slowing down the text message production, these missing things, because I try to fill it in. I wasted so much time doing that.
28th, 2024, 9:25 p.m. Outgoing to Philip Paulson. Subject regarding, hi, what's happening? You cannot mail the book to me. It has to come directly from the vendor. Read the criteria sent previously. You cannot mail the book yourself. Stop trying. I tried to get you to cancel the order and reorder, which is what you need to do for me to receive. Send back the one and reorder in the meantime of you waiting for a refund if you have. Please. In regards to the credits, I cannot open your messages anymore because I'm out. But the girls here let me use some of hers to open. Please transfer your credits or your messages. Just sit here waiting to be read until I have any, and I don't have any credits. I know. January 25th, 2023.
I pulled it over just to reload it, see if it would go better.
Of having them tell me to go to hell to me right now. Thank you for understanding.
More. I hope all is well besides
Fun if you
Sorry.
have. Please. In regards to the credits, I cannot open your messages anymore because I'm out. But the girls here let me use.
maybe if you just wouldn't send so much bullshit to Brian, you wouldn't
Right.
be out of credits, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And she's complaining about him loading credits at the same time she's saying she's out of credits, which doesn't make any sense unless it's a per account thing. Like if I load 50 on my account, that's 50 for me to use to read stuff and write stuff versus you in jail. It must be like that, right? Or else I don't know.
Some of hers to open. Please trace for your credits or your messages. Just sit here waiting to be read until I have.
Oh, thank you, Candace. Candace smoked out another lie. It didn't sound right to me. I was like, well, how would you open somebody else's bot? Like, it's an account, right?
Right.
Or
It's
else-
their money.
Right. So thank you for that insight. And that is a
Outstanding.
piece of information.
Have any, and I don't have any credits. I know this is a pain in your ass. I know. I don't have commissary credits anymore either. I'm sick and tired of having them tell me to go to hell to me right now. Thank you for understanding. Do not mail yourself. Use Amazon directly. Please. I hope everything works out with your surgery and being deployed again. Praying. I'm sure Kayla is too. Please keep me posted.
That's another weird thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
For those who don't know that aren't familiar with Lorne, ex-Derek, who was your ex?
Kayla Marie Armstrong.
And who did you lose her to?
Lorne Armstrong.
Kayla Princess. I mean, it's just so weird, these crossovers
Yeah.
between Sarah and Lorne.
On the things I mailed. I never know if you got them from having to use other people's accounts and keep bothering. Everything will change once I get this book. I love you. Anything fun for your birthday coming up?
Oh, Jessica Love says there's only 2 likes on this video. Please smash the like button. Yeah, if not for the video, not for me, but for Sarah being locked up for life.
Going anywhere? Go have a blast. Prayers and happy thoughts that I send to you daily. Please let me know when the book is sent. Do not send the book yourself through Amazon directly. I'm just trying to prevent wasted money and BS. Again, I love you. January 28th.
And somebody else pointed in the comments as well. I got to start writing these down so I can remember. Remember the last time when she was like, what the f are you doing? Right? You got to send it right with all my information. Remember that message?
Oh, very clearly.
And then because we had the mix up of some of the message came later and we had to play them in a reverse order, she corrects like, oh, I gave you the wrong number. Meaning if he had followed her instructions as she was screaming at him, she wouldn't have got the book. But of course she can't admit that.
2024, 9:30 p.m. Outgoing to Brian Boone. Subject: still trying to call son. Voicemail.
I don't
Been
know what
trying
you
to
mean,
call
Jessica
him
Love.
all
I didn't
weekend.
think it bad.
We'll try again tomorrow. Make sure he has charged in wit. Please respond to my messages. You waste money every time for me to keep having to ask the same things over and over. Please.
Oh my Sarah, no! You keep wasting money because no one has ever responded to you on these. That you were calling, that you were messaging Brian. You are calling him. So you know he is not responding to these. I do have a theory though. Because she's always running out of credits, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? And then how Brian always tops her up, but then like it's like $3.
Yes.
My theory is, and if Brian did this, it was cold and calculated and perfectly executed, right? He knows she's getting a deduction day by day, right?
Mm-hmm.
He knows if he puts $100 in there, she's going to buy all the honey buns, all the 3 musketeers, everything, right?
Uh-huh.
And then she's going to need the money again, right? So rather than load it on there where she can blow it all on her sweets, right? I'll just clear the negative balance as it comes out because those are the true essentials, right? And it serves a dual purpose of I am loading money and you're not getting any of it, right? That's so good.
Ooh, yeah,
Right?
that's a nice
Oh,
point there.
I did load the money. Oh, you were in the negative? Oh, well.
You already spent it.
And the other thing I think he could have been doing, because the credits are always going down, what if he was clicking on them? What if it's in a read receipt, right? Because she doesn't ever said, she never says, I don't think I've ever seen her say, are you getting these?
No,
Right?
it's assumed he is.
It's assumed he is, but she never even hints on it, right? Like she would blurt out like you don't even check this, right? And this is how I
That
communicate
is
with
weird.
my son, right? So what if when he clicks on it, it gives a read notification that the message has been read? So the other way to torture Sarah is you click that. Read. 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents. It keeps going down. And you never respond. So, yeah, I saw them all. Mm-hmm. You know, I saw them all. And it's a very cheap way to get under her skin, because that's the point, right? To get under her skin.
That's a great point.
It's a very passive aggressive way to drive Sarah insane, right? I know you're getting these messages.
But why doesn't she ever ask that?
Because she must get a note. She must see that they're read.
Huh. I never thought of that.
Because the only person she mentions not getting her messages is her son.
Her son, right.
Because he probably doesn't go on there to click. He's like, I don't give a shit.
Right.
But Brian's sitting there with his little 3 fingers of whiskey.
That's a good Tuesday night right there.
So if it was, bravo to Brian. Let's hope I got the thing in the right spot this time. Yeah. I did it.
Respond. January 30th, 2024, 3 p.m. Outgoing to Brian Boone. Subject. Please update. 62 messages to date. Still waiting. I am still waiting for a response to everything I've been trying to receive for all of last year, 3 years prior, and most recent, December 6th, 2023, to basically February, and I haven't even gotten to see my son open his Christmas presents during a video visit which has not been scheduled. Please answer. Update me on what's going on. Commissary, tomorrow, January 31st, 2024. I am in the negative and will be $67.50 as stated before and after the daily, everyday, sustenance deduction. It will be 4 weeks, 1 month.
That's it. That's an interesting point, Faster. It could be that the lawyer has the login. He's clicking on it.
Maybe once it's forwarded, it's considered read.
Not even forward. He just has the login. Brian's like, yeah, here, have the login. So has his secretary go up and she's logging on in the morning like, okay, there's 4 new pages of crazy. Print these off, put these in the client folder. Mm-hmm. All right. And then nobody's reading it. They're just
waiting for you to supply commissary funds or anything on my books at this point. Paper, pens, socks,
makes
food,
me happy too,
etc., etc., etc. I need stamps to mail his Valentine's Day card for him to receive on time to open with his presents or before, so he at least has something from me. This has been on you since before Christmas. Please. I also have 9 letters that need to be mailed.
Why did you write another one? You had 8. You're just making yourself more frustrated. You couldn't mail 8 of them. Why'd you write another one? Right? Oh.
Soon to be 4 weeks, I've had them completed, thinking you were going to be sending funds to get them out. I don't understand why you even bothered adding credits for me to print everything just to be made to wait for more credits for stamps to mail.
Because he's savage. He's beating you at your own game, Sarah.
There's your evidence right there.
He's playing chess. You're playing coin flip.
Why? You are stopping me from being able to professionally handle my obligations. Again, I have a life in jail. Please stop hindering all of my trying to do for myself and son now and futuristically. Order tomorrow book. Boba multi-pack. Koi fish bookmark.
Oh my God, the
fish
list!
Soap. Different face wash. What is left to be received? I gave you this list December 6th. It's now almost February. And the next holiday, Valentine's Day. What are the delivery dates to be received if not already? Christmas video visit. When is going to be scheduled? I'm waiting desperately and very patiently for his gifts from me. Nonetheless, just to see my son. Do not think I get this visit whenever I want either. I've tried many times, but you tell me you get busy at the last minute or just outright say you, quote, don't have time. Don't blame me either with, quote, you didn't tell me what time, end quote. I don't schedule the visit. Christmas is
It's probably, this reference is probably to him saying, when do you want to schedule it, and her not giving it time. And then it not being scheduled.
Well, Christmas is over. So who gives a crap?
over. My Christmas gifts? Food packages. Delivering when? I will pay for myself, but you still won't let me have outside resources to place orders for me, but you will not provide funds.
This is like we're in the Twilight Zone. This is all the same stuff we saw in part two.
Every other part.
But she really hammered with the repeating on the last time. The outside resources.
For outside resources.
I'm going to give up on making all the words in between here. This is too hard.
Telling you this for years. You are still not allowing me. And all of last, after repeatedly telling me I can and you would, counting for coffee. I care, times 2. Wake me up. Delicious delights. Burger and wings. Wings meal.
You don't have to,
books,
you know what that is.
Kindle and devotionals.
Those are easy.
You look these up on the computer in December. You just have to order, but do not. Christmas is one time a year. It's supposed to be for last Christmas. Will pay for myself unless you.
Sarah?
She's
All
seriously just.
holidays are one time a year. You know I was going to blow up, but then.
Well, I'm just losing it at the fact that she's repeating herself within the message. It's not even across messages. It's within the message. She's repeating herself.
Well, she just needs to get the point across. That's why I think she just copy, paste.
Yes.
And then she throws in a little bit different characters, like she's saying something new. You got to get that word count.
You will when you feel like, quote, being nice.
It's fine, hello,
You're
baby.
not being helpful in the meantime, but still can't have anything. When? Not yet? What other, quote, vacation, cigarette, and alcohol, fast food, imaginary, just because I want to make it more difficult, have absolutely nothing to do with me? Where is my car, Brian?
Oh my God.
I've left messages about the importance of my car to see my son foremost, and all.
It's almost like I've forgotten I'm reading these. Like I forgot that I already went through this one time.
Yeah,
All other
just into these cold. You had to go through the pain of reading them all.
I'm hating myself. I'm getting mad at myself. Now I know what that guy was talking about. Shut your mouth, dude.
necessary needs of my car, etc., etc. What is Jim's number? So I can have someone else call to figure out because you would but did not or have not. Where is my car? Then when I finally get to see my son or receive any stamps to.
I think that VA is valuable resource, which is weird because it's my ultimate resource.
Books. I cannot progress in anything or even mail letters. I am still waiting to see him. I am still waiting for food, coffee, or everything you are stopping in.
I mean, she's just jumping all over the map here, right? Stamps, can't progress, wanting to see him, waiting for food, coffee, stopping. She's just off the rails now.
Yep.
Intentionally from me having endured relationship with my son. Is that why there are no phone calls? You can't or won't make sure he has
you
from.
bring up an interesting point, Hello Baby. Y'all see any chickens around here? Like in Demolition Man. You don't see any cows down here, do you? It's a rat burger.
And make sure his phone is on and with in the evenings when I call for ongoing 4 years now. I've not spoken to him on a phone call. Please respond. It says a lot that you don't and actively will never. Please do not make me call to be called names, threatened, harassed about everything still. my reasons are known for you? When I communicate everything to you, you still do not.
And you still haven't figured out the reason nobody talks to you.
Because they hate you.
She's like, my reasons are well known why I do not want to talk to you. And she cannot figure out why nobody talks to her.
January 30th, 2024, 7:53 p.m. Outgoing to Brian Boone. Subject, calling son soon. Please make sure phone charge on and with him. Calling son soon. Please make sure phone charge on and with him. January 30th, 2024, 9:21 p.m. Outgoing to Brian Boone. Subject, spoke to him for 5 minutes, then no answer. 3 more calls. Tell him I tried 3 times after it disconnected. I'm going to try again. Please tell him. Please respond to my message I sent to you earlier. January 31st, 2024, 9:51 a.m. Outgoing to Brian Boone. Subject, commissary, negative $4.30. Commissary only. Everything I still need. I cannot mail my Valentine's card to be received on time. I cannot mail any of my 9 letters. Figure it out. Respond. Why did you waste $67.50? Nothing else. I cannot even mail my son's card because I don't have an envelope to put it in. Why do you keep doing this? Why did you allow my account to go down that much? Wasting $67.
See, there it is. Why did you let it go down that much? Right? He's doing it on purpose. I guarantee you.
And 50 cents, wasting $67.50. Because I communicated this to you so you would understand, also that I have it in writing to add to all the other evidence, the breakdown, so you...
See, evidence. Evidence. This is her trial. This is her case in point.
You are aware. $100 minus $67.50 negative balance. Renews $5 each.
Hold on a second. Yeah, the check's out.
Equals $17.50 minus $13.20. Stamps equals $4.30. $4.30 is enough for nothing. Not food and coffee, which you keep telling me you will order, and nothing to date. But you keep telling me you did or will order. Positive fortitude to order. If not, I will still have no food. You still make me wait and beg until you decide to add money. Why did you waste $67.50? Add more funds. I need envelopes, stamps, etc., etc. How many more times do you want me to ask?
Wouldn't you?
Remember, I have told you there are certain items that are only available in commissary only. Everything I still need. I cannot mail my Valentine's Day card to be received on time. I cannot mail any of my other 9 letters. Figure it out. Respond. Why did you waste $67?
And I know, I mean, you know this. Derek and I know this because we were young men at one point. There's nothing more heartbreaking to a 14-year-old than not getting his mother's Valentine's Day card on time.
It's true. It's true. That is important.
He gets the little candy hearts. It's at the sweethearts at school. He's like, it doesn't matter. I get my mom's card.
50 cents. January 31st, 2024, 3:17 p.m. Outgoing to Brian Boone. Subject, confirmation of phone call. To confirm the phone call we just had about me having to ask for more funds after you not providing for 3 weeks prior, and after my full explanation of being charged every day $2.25 to be here. I was in the negative $67.50. Your deposit made it so the amount is $32.50. 3 medication renewals, cholesterol, Lipitor, stomach pills, $15, 5 each. Stamps, because I've been waiting for almost a month to receive funds and have 9 letters to send, not including my son's Valentine's Day card. Cost $13.60. The amount I have left is $3.90. I did not know the pricing increase since the last time you allowed me to order over 3 weeks ago. So now I have the paperwork printed out, but I have no envelopes to mail again. Valentine's Day card I was hoping and trying to get to him on time since he never received my Christmas presents. Quote, you can wait another week. I'm not giving you any more money. Again, explained everything I've been asking about for months, years, about providing. Do you see how difficult and drawn out and annoying you are making this? No food, no coffee, no books, no envelopes, no stamps, no socks, no visit with my son, no gifts for my son, no answers. The active decision, the active decision, the active decision. Should you, when I ask you, 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 ask you.
Totally normal behavior. I mean, I've got these kind of messages all the time. And I say, oh, I really want to keep talking to this person. Right?
Ask you. All the same questions I am still asking you.
What are you saying?
I'm just in shock. Shouldn't be.
No, this is total. This is in the DSM under balanced behavior thing.
Yeah.
DSM 4. Normal behavior.
You about and have been for years. Make sure you order Christmas presents still from me. Make sure you tell my son why he hasn't gotten anything from me or any video visit at all. Make sure you tell my son I have been and I know how to still be a part of his life, which you hinder with every extra effort for me to not. Please order my eye cares and hot meals. I matter, Brian. Remember that. See you soon. February 2nd, 2024, 12:56 p.m. Outgoing to Brian Boone. Subject, hot meals. Please, the cutoff date is today to order. Please, Brian. I feel I've waited so long and I'm hungry. Please understand and order so I can finally have on Sunday. I won't ask any more about these. Please, burger and wings meal. Wings only meal.
In all the messages, I feel like that was the closest she came to being a normal human in terms of just being defeated. Like, please.
Yes, defeated. That's how it comes off. She lost.
It didn't last long though. We're gonna listen to it one more time. That's what I wanted to get to, and then we're gonna go to the Lorne stream. So once again, after this, Derek, you can duck out if you want. If you want to go to the next one with the link they gave you, the link is pinned at the top for the next stream. I will paste it in here as well because for some reason the reroute to my own stream just seems to be hit or miss. But I assure you, you will like Lorne because we're watching Lady Lorne, Sarah here. But after this one, we will be transitioning to the next lolcow.
February 2nd, 2024, 12:56 p.m. Outgoing to Brian Boone. Subject, hot meals. Please, the cutoff date is today to order. Please, Brian. I feel I've waited so long and I'm hungry. Please understand and order so I can finally have on Sunday. I won't ask any more about these. Please, burger and wings meal. Wings only meal.
Oh, Polynomial Purebred with the last minute super chat. Polynomial Purebred, $5. Now, see, he did tell her son why, and she went back crazy over that. Yeah, she does go later crazy. So please, everyone, head on over to the Lorne stream. We separate these because for some reason YouTube doesn't like me mixing the two best paired lolcows on the internet. But I think, yeah, I'll leave you with a little Chloe outro, and we'll see you there.
Don't push it. Nope. You don't have to push it. Resist the urge. You don't have to do it. You don't have to push it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, you're pulling it. Okay. Nope. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, kitty.